Hello students, welcome to all of you Shiksha 360. This is basically chapter number 7, that is certificate course on foreign exchange individuals. And the exam basically twice in a year will be held for this subject, specifically in the month of July and January. So today basically we will discuss regarding the chapter number 7, that is Indo-Nepal remittance. This is part 1. In this session, we will discuss regarding the basics of the Indo-Nepal remittances. And in the second part, we will discuss a scenario, that is a conversation. So let's start our discussion. Indo-Nepal remittance. So the word says that is remittances funds transfer to any other country. This is the meaning of the word remittance. So here, which other country? That is to the Nepal. So how the fund transfer will takes place from India to Nepal, we will discuss in this session. Whether all banks are eligible for that or not, all these things we have to cover one by one. Short discussion, 10 to 15-minute discussion. Definitely, you will get 1 or 2 questions from this chapter in the exam. Okay, so our main motive, that is 50 marks to clear the exam. So we will have to cover first of all those topics which are easy and scoring. So Indo-Nepal remittance system. For all session, you can subscribe our YouTube channel or join our Telegram group also and practice all the MCQs which we will provide you. So considering the importance of establishing a formal remittance system between India and Nepal, the modalities of an electronic fund transfer system have since been worked out in consultation with Nepal Rashtra Bank. So it is basically from India to Nepal. We have been dealing basically with in the Nepal, that is Nepal Rashtra Bank. The system is designed to ensure faster remittances from India to any part of the Nepal with the safety and security. As we have to be check out with the FEMA guidelines also. That is foreign remittances. This is also. So we have to be take care regarding the KYC documents also here. What are the things required under that? We have to be discussed one by one in the upcoming discussion. So now move further. What are the salient features of this Indo-Nepal remittance? First one, the target group is the migrant worker of Nepalese origin working in India. Many of the persons coming to India for the work purpose. And they are not very much, you can say that they are from not that much, we can say that background is very much strong, clear? Basically for work, migrant workers, and many of them are from the poor group also. So the target group is the migrant worker of Nepalese origin working in India who make remittances at regular intervals to support their families left behind. Clear? They are working in India, okay, and they have to fund transfer to their families. Presently, this takes place mostly through the informal channel, like through the agents. Remittances through bank drafts are very few. So the proposed system has been launched with only one-way remittances from India to Nepal using the banking system and the technology infrastructure of NEFT, National Electronic Fund Transfer System. So what the system basically they will use here to transfer funds from India to Nepal, that is NEFT. This is the specific NEFT through which the funds are to be transferred to the Nepal. Clear? NEFT. With the help of NEFT also, you can transfer the funds in India also up to 2 lakh, even more than 2 lakh, but above 2 lakh, it is to be RTGS. So that fund transfer to be takes place on a real time basis. Okay, so for the fund transfer to the Nepal, it is NEFT. A ceiling of 50,000 rupees, Indian rupees, is fixed per remittance. The maximum that is 50,000 per transaction. And a Nepalese migrant worker is allowed to remit maximum of 12 remittances in a year under this scheme. That is maximum 6 lakh. They can remit under this scheme. The remittances from India would be denominated in Indian rupees. While paying to the beneficiary, Indian rupees will be converted to the Nepalese rupees. Okay. So they are transferring in Indian rupees, and later on when the funds will be reached in the Nepal, it will be converted into the Nepalese rupees. Okay, Nepalese rupees. The remittance facility would be extended to both customers as well as non-customers of the bank. Thus, a Nepalese migrant worker have not having bank account at either end or both ends can also participate in the remittance system. Clear? Many of them have not account in India. So they can remit money or not? Yes, they can definitely remit money. Okay. Even they have not any bank account in the Nepal, they can also remit money. Clear? For that, some additional documents are to be required. So in such cases, the remitter has to produce identification documents like passport, PAN, driving license, telephone bill, certificate of identification issued by the employer in India with the details and photograph, etc. Clear? So they have to be legitimate, that is, the money sending is to be earned through the legitimate sources. Okay. Not like we can say that, not illegal money they are sending. Okay. So that's why these some documents are to be required. Operational details. All NEFT-enabled bank branches in India would participate in this cross-border remittance initiative. The Nepal remittances would be processed in different batches, NEFT batches in NCC, Mumbai, and would be channelized to Nepal using the SBI payment gateway, specially created for Nepal remittances. Okay. So all transaction basically will be done through the SBI payment gateway. Accounting and format conversion would take place in the SBI payment gateway. Okay. That is, rupees is to be converted into the Nepalese currencies through that gateway. Remittances will be distributed to the beneficiaries in Nepal to the Nepal State Bank Limited and their approved agents. Okay. So you will get questions from that also. Next one, that is, what are the charges for that? Further, there are some information. The banks originating remittances must complete customer due diligence. Very, very important. The banks originating remittances must complete customer due diligence on the remitter as required under extant guidelines on KYC, AML, and CFT. So I request all of you kindly comment in the comment section what is the full form of KYC, AML, and CFT. Cash remittances will be accepted from non-customers only. In such cases, the remitter has to produce any identification document like passport, PAN, driving license, telephone bill, certificate of identification issued by employer with the details and photograph, etc. This information will be captured in the system in compliance with the KYC norms. The address and telephone number of the sender, as also the beneficiary in Nepal, will also be captured while sending the remittances. Clear? So all details you have to put in the system while remitting money to the Nepal. So what are the charges? So which we have already discussed, that is mainly the target group here, that is poor workers from Nepal who is coming to India for the work purpose. Okay. So charges, that is, since the target group is poor workers from Nepal, a concessional charge structure has been devised. So the structure it is as follows here. As you can very well aware that basically with the advancement in the technology and in the transport also, many of the tourists is also starts visiting Nepal. The basically Himalayas cover that area. Okay. So the economy of the country is continuously growing, which we will cover with the help of some MCQ discussion regarding that. Okay. Economy of the Nepal. So originating bank branch in India, maximum ₹5 per transaction they will charge. State Bank of India in India, that is ₹20 per transaction if the beneficiaries maintain an account with the Nepal SBI Limited. State Bank of India shares this amount equally with the NSBL. That is ₹10 for SBI, ₹10 for that. NSBL would not charge any additional amount for crediting the account of the beneficiary. Clear? They will not charge any amount. Clear? Whatever the charge basically will be in India. In case this is basically for what? When the account holder has account. When they have not any account. In case the beneficiary does not maintain an account with NSBL, an additional amount, clear, in that case, an additional amount of ₹50 would be charged for remittances up to rupees 5,000. Okay, additional amount, what is that? Rupees 50 up to rupees 5,000, and rupees 575 basically for remittances above rupees 5,000. Clear? In that case, they will charge this amount, and this will be the question in the examination they will ask. So originating bank branch in India, maximum rupees 5 per transaction. And if the beneficiary maintains an account, rupees 20, that will be equally shared with the SBI and the NSDL. And if the beneficiary does not maintain an account, so additional 50 rupees will be charged up to rupees 5,000 and 75 for remittances above rupees 5,000. So the charges would be thus a minimum of rupees 25 or a maximum of rupees 100. Minimum 25, that is 5 rupees will be taken by the originating bank, and next 20 rupees will be taken by the SBI. So minimum 25, maximum 100, depending upon the value of the transaction and the manner in which the credit is afforded to the beneficiary. Originating bank branches have been advised to recover the entire charges from the remitter as per the structure detailed above and pass on the appropriate amount to SBI after retaining their share of rupees 5. Okay, so it is basically advisable. That is, they have to be take the charges from the customer in the starting stage, and whatever rupees they have to charge, like 5 rupees, they will take themselves, and rest will be transferred to the SBI. Okay, so these are the charges. So there are 1 or 2 questions. So how is Indo-Nepal remittances scheme finalized? In consultation with the Nepal Rashtra Bank, in consultation with the IMF, in coordination with the SAARC countries, in exercise of powers conferred by RBI Act 1934. So option number A will be the correct answer here. So in this way, whatever like they will give in the exam, basically given the syllabus, we will cover everything, and definitely you will get the question whatever we have covered here. So next one. So what is the target group of Indo-Nepal remittances scheme? High net worth Nepalese individuals in India, migrant workers of Nepalese origin working in India, Nepalese businessmen in India, Indian tourists going to Himalayan kingdom. So basically it is the main target, that is migrant workers of Nepalese origin working in India. Okay, so this is the main target group. So what is the ceiling for remittances under this scheme? Indian rupees 1 lakh in an year, Nepalese rupees 1 lakh in an year, rupees 50,000 per remittances, USD 1,000 in a year. So option number C will be the answer, that is Indian rupees INR 5,000, 50,000 per remittances. Maximum, that is 12 remittances in a year. Okay, so this is the basic information regarding the Indo-Nepal remittances. So for all other courses, you can join our YouTube channel, and you can join our group also, JAB, CAP, certificate course, or promotion examination. So thanks to all of you for joining this discussion. In the next session, we will discuss regarding on discussion on Indo-Nepal remittances scheme. Very, very important. Next session will be uploaded on Indo-Nepal remittances scheme. And I will upload 10 to 15 questions regarding the same and some other additional guidelines for that Indo-Nepal remittances in the group, so that you can also go through that. So thanks for all of you for joining this basic discussion.